Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Well, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast. What's up, everybody? Yeah, Tabor got his food. Big news.
We got our food.
Yeah. What do you have over there? Let me see. Show it off at the camera.
Well, I just shared a grilled cheese with Virginia, and I gave her one of my honey mustard sauces.
Wow, that's big.
It shows that we're truly our friends.
Yeah.
We've already polished off one sandwich. You got a couple more to power through.
Okay.
If Fat Kev would like a taste of this, what this is I've never had it before.
Yeah.
It's from Denny's. It's the restaurant, not the man. It's a grilled cheese, and they stuff mozzarella sticks in there too.
Oh, wow.
So if you don't want
double cheese.
Yeah, if you don't want to poop for a week, it's the perfect sandwich for you.
Yeah, it's going to block you right up. Okay.
But how good is that, Mama?
It's great until you need an enema on Saturday because you haven't pooped.
Yeah.
But how good was that?
It was really good.
How's that honey mustard sauce?
It's delicious.
Treating you real nice, isn't it?
Thank you.
So what, you dip the sandwich into the honey mustard?
Oh, yeah, Kevin.
Okay.
Here, dip the fries in it.
Oh, this is honey mustard.
No, I don't want to take all of it.
It's yours. Take it.
Okay.
Have some of those fries, too.
I can't.
All right. Eating on the radio, isn't that awesome? Sorry. When we just got the food, we started eating it, we hear, bam, 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 bam. Oh, shit, we're on.
That's the way it goes. Yep.
Yep.
Right at it, man. Got to keep trucking here. All right, we did a raise your hand poll earlier today on the show. And now we get to explain a little bit the behind the scenes on some of those answers if you're watching KVJ TV.
A deep dive into the dirty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, the first question that we had in the raise your hand poll was, have you ever done naughty things to someone under the table? 75% of the show raised their hands. So everybody but me has done something naughty to somebody under the table. Now, I think I've been in a situation where something's happened to me, but I don't think that I have ever done anything to anyone. And that's what the question was.
You never took your shoe off, diddled with your toes?
What are you diddling with your toes, Denny's? You're starting to get me hard.
Well, clitoris.
So
you take your shoe off.
Take your shoe off and you toe bang them?
Yeah,
Is that what we're saying?
Diddle the clit with the toe.
This little piggy went to...
This little piggy grew up real quick.
Yeah. Gave you a little toe bacon?
Wow. Yeah, I mean...
I don't think anybody wants my feet near the vagina.
So what is your experience been, Virginia, with doing naughty things to somebody under the table?
I mean, yeah, me and Panda are very frisky. And I think it's gone both ways,
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
Nice.
No, we don't. We need specifics. Denny's just talked about...
What was the taste? I'm actually, yeah.
Rubbing pussy with my foot.
Exactly.
Somebody will back me up on that.
Well, if you sit on the same side of the booth, you can even get away with more.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
We don't. We need you specifics.
So you sit on the same side of the booth, and it's a booth that maybe comes up to your, lower chest area, so nobody can see what's going on under the booth.
Okay, so you're doing it with your hands. You never do it with your mouth.
No.
That would be so obvious.
All right, not if you drop something.
RH?
Well, restaurant head?
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to pick something up?
So Virginia's been down there for a minute.
No, I haven't gone restaurant head. That's bold.
Okay.
Ever done this while other people are sitting at the table? Other than you and the person you're diddling?
I want to say yeah. Like a banquet situation?
Ever at like a family function?
No.
Okay.
I do not get down like that.
Okay.
Unless I'm drunk. But I wouldn't be drunk around the family.
Yeah.
What? Okay, where's Virginia at?
No, I mean like My parents.
Oh, okay, I got
Yeah.
it.
That'd be
Really?
a very interesting, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I would not know.
You don't get ever a little buzzed around your family ever, huh?
Not around mom and dad. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Siblings, no problem.
Okay. Well, we know Denny's likes toe banging.
I mean, just at one occurrence. It's been known to be semi-romantic.
Ever done it with family around?
Not with family around. I've done it with friends around. So I got jerked off once at the beach while everybody was there. I just had a towel over me. It had to be so obvious, right? I mean, unless the lady was pumping up a bike or something, but that was obvious. But at a TGI Fridays once too.
TGI Fridays.
With a whole group of
Yeah, I
kids,
get that.
kids, a whole group of my friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's more my story.
Now, was the whole group jerking you off or just one?
Just my girlfriend at the time.
All right,
But
okay.
so it had started. You know, we were known to kind of get frisky, I guess you could say, and
Yeah.
so it would sometimes continue if we went out with a group or something, especially because we would all hang out and go to the beach. Everybody would be at the beach, and then we'd all meet up later somewhere. You go home, shower, change, and stuff, and meet up later. Mm-hmm. So we continue into that. But yeah, it's real weird because I mean, when you jazz, you don't, where's it go? It goes on the floor. You gotta somehow figure out how to clean that up.
Oh, Denny's.
And I don't want to get graphic. I'm just saying that's
You don't want to get graphic. I think you just were.
It's the one bummer about it.
I think with the statement, I put my toe on her clit was pretty graphic.
Has anybody ever told you they got athlete's clit?
Get that Tenactin.
That's a fair question.
Oh, that'd be tough.
Oh, it'd be rough.
That is a fair question.
Now I know why the floor is so sticky at TGI Fridays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to blow the lid off anything.
Oh, you already did.
Yeah.
Jay Bird, what's your situation?
I mean, I'm not trying to steal Denny's act, but I mean, I guess I fingered somebody at Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little
Okay.
surf and turf.
Little, yeah.
So you're sitting on the same side of the booth. And,
Same side of the booth, a skirt, and then,
Okay.
Blooming onion.
I mean, boom, bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah. You were tickling the ivories.
We tickled the ivories. You never did any of this, huh?
No, I think Mexican Queen has got a little frisky and
In the 90s?
a little tug.
In the 90s.
Yeah, she'll do it every now and then still. you know.
Really?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it's. You know what? She always seems to like doing that. Like when it's a really inopportune time.
Inappropriate.
Right. I'm like, why can't we do this like when we're just chilling? When we
Why
can actually.
we gotta do it at church?
Where
Right.
you're not
She's like,
comfortable.
oh, I see. You don't like or you don't let me touch you. I'm like, no, it's not it. I'm like, can we do it when it's not like completely inappropriate and weird?
When I'm not working out at the gym.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I see. You don't want me to touch you. No, it's like you're right. I don't want to be hard and, as Denny's would say, so cleanly, jazz all over the place. And
Well, it's just a
But I don't
want
want to get graphic.
this just doesn't feel like the right place.
I'm with you. I like it within the four walls of your own home.
Oh,
I
my
prefer
goodness. I'm so laughing at Denny's.
Okay, have you ever walked in on your sibling pleasuring themselves or any family member pleasuring themselves? You ever busted them? I had said no. I think as Jaybird started to correct it, he has been caught by his brother. He's talked about that story where he was on the floor naked, jerking off. His brother comes in. And
Well, he picked the lock. I was in the thrills of passion. I couldn't hear him do that.
He knew what you were doing and he was gonna bust you.
Oh, I don't know if he knew what I was doing, but I couldn't hide it because I was completely naked on the floor, and it wasn't a carpet; it was hard tile. So it was very cold.
So sexy.
It wasn't. The other thing is when I first started gaining some weight as a late teen, it was gross.
all sprawled out.
And he picked the lock and he goes, "Brother, you jerking it?" I'm like, "No." No, I got cramps. I felt like I had cramps, and then I was keeled
I
over.
have cramps because it's an extremely large boner.
Oh, and of course, couldn't keep it quiet. Hey, everybody, hey, Jaybird's jerking it. Oh, my God. Man, it's terrible.
Jaybirds jerking.
He told your sisters.
Hey, he told whoever was listening.
A family announcement.
We were very loud. Yeah,
man.
that's my unfortunate story.
Okay.
Not as hot as Denny's foot story.
Do you have a cousin that you would sleep with if you weren't related? I think 50% was that. Yeah, if we weren't related and, given certain circumstances, someplace in our life, if we had met, I have a cousin, I'd be like, okay, yeah, she's a good-looking girl. Yeah, it could happen.
When I first really started talking to a girl was my first cousin. I had never hung out with girls other than my sisters, and then the girls at school. But as a kid, I never really hung out with the girls at school. So it was the first time I was actually hanging out with a girl, and I had never met my first cousin. And we were in Pennsylvania, and
At an Outback Steakhouse.
She opened right up.
Oh yeah.
Like a blooming
She
onion.
did. Yeah.
well played, Austin.
Yes.
No, I just had spent time with her. I kind of got a crush on her, and that was my first real crush.
Okay.
And then she was my cousin, so I was like, no. Is that too much? That's fine, right?
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin, all right, make me feel better. Tell me about how you want to bang your cousin.
We asked about who makes noise. Are you a screamer, or are you somebody like if someone were standing outside the room, would they know that, oh, yeah, it's going down?
No.
Yeah, I think the only person here is Jaybird makes a ton of noise. That's how his brothers know when he's jerking off.
Oh, Jason.
Oh, Valiant Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, Hulk Hogan, yeah.
He screams his own name.
No, that does not happen. No, I think I'm just kind of, I'm loud. I think I'm moaning and I'm loud.
Yeah. I think I'll be reciprocal a little bit, like depending upon if you get somebody that's making a little bit more noise, and it's like okay, you don't want to be like a mute if they're making some noise.
Let's do a role play. I'll moan and you kind of match how you would do it.
That sounds more like a stomach ache.
You got a poo?
Yeah, I think that grilled cheese just hit him. Oh.
I'll try it one more
Yeah.
time. Ooh, you can.
Yeah, I go the same level.
Oh, you're not gonna give us a taste?
Role play.
Oh, Jaybird.
Oh.
You want to go to Outback?
Who's
Oh
hungry?
man, I should have told that story.
The onion is a bloomin'.
Oh no.
And the final question we had on the Raise Your Hand poll today was, have you ever had sex with somebody who doesn't speak your language? Most of us were no. I think the only yes was a Jaybird over there.
My former fiance, she was Colombian. She did not speak really any English.
Was she from Medellin?
She was from around that area. I told you about her. Her and her family had to move because apparently either the government or drug lords were after them, and they had to come. They had to come here, and I was trying to get not come, but
The whole family?
We have to go to America to come. Okay.
so you know.
And she did.
But yeah, we'd have to watch movies with subtitles all the time because she didn't understand, the movies.
Yeah, and you.
She understood that language of love, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's still out for the birds. Who knows?
How did you get to the were you communicating as you were getting it on? Was there any?
We had our own language. She knew a little bit of English.
Yeah.
A little bit. So she could maybe mime things with a word, and I would know what she was talking about, and then I would kind of do the same thing. And it was like a puppy dog love. I really, really, really liked her.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy totally sabotaged the whole thing.
Yeah.
She ended up marrying him. I'm probably giving too many details. They're so local.
I wonder if they're together still.
Oh, they are.
They are?
I stalked them on Facebook.
Nice work.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I dated a girl that didn't speak English, but we never got to that level. So, yeah.
You wanted to, though.
Yeah. I mean, I would have. It was a big hindrance. Yeah, she really did not know, and I knew no Spanish at the time.
Was she an exchange student staying in your house?
Yeah, she was.
Wow, this is. Can we get some music for this shit? And can you maybe give us
So your mom was moving these chicks in?
It was pretty. Yeah, it was nice. She was a senior in high school. I was a freshman in college. And so I was at Ohio University.
Okay.
I was down the street. She was staying with my parents. And she was from, as she pronounced it, Barcelona, Spain.
Barcelona.
Her name was Mercedes.
Oh,
Yes, Mercedes.
slow it down, baby.
Yeah, and she was pretty hot. Yeah, and so it was great. But yeah, she didn't understand anything you were saying. And so when I would say anything, she'd be like, K, and so all my friends just started calling her K. They're going, where's Kay? And so it just, after a while, it was just like, yeah, this is just, and I was in college and she was, still running the high school game. And so it just, it was about maybe 4 months we probably dated.
How does the exchange student do if they don't speak any English?
It's tough, and it depends, because we always had exchange students when I was a kid growing up. We had them from all over. And there were different variables of English. Some of them would come over and could speak really well. Some countries really, English, like if you go to Jerusalem, English is taught in schools. It's pretty much a second language. They'll learn the Hebrew, but almost everybody speaks pretty good English in Israel. And other countries are different. So we had some that would come over that didn't know a word, like her. She was the one that's probably the worst. In fact, they're usually they want them to be able to speak some.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Yeah, so I think she was the worst that we'd had, which it almost kind of made it really hot at first, because, there was no communication, so... But, yeah, you're supposed to be able to speak a little bit. Well, we talked a good bit about PC police. I love this. James sent this. He said, apparently now you can't even talk about beating a sports team without being a supporter of animal abuse. This is a spoof, but stop using anti-animal language. Instead of saying the Wizards beat the Hawks, Wizards win.
Yes.
Can't say it's beating a bird. Not good. But, yeah, they are really serious about that. It was PETA and the ACLU, both.
I know PETA's definitely
they were the ones that came up with those lists, and they really are like, no, take us seriously here, because people are kind of like clowning on it, and they're like, no, this wasn't a joke. We're serious.
I'm sorry. I'm going to clown on it.
Yeah.
It's a little silly.
Eric said, hey, Jaybird, I think it's time for you to create a Soy Boy PC culture jingle. An 8-second one like Bit Killer would be classic. FWI, for what it's worth, that Little Mermaid outrage is outrageous. Ergo, Wikipedia, she is literally hunting down a man. Double standards as always, PC culture. Yeah, she made a deal with Ariel to transform him into human for 3 days in exchange for Ariel's voice, which, blah, 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 blah. So anyway.
I mean, it's silly.
Yeah.
Good idea, though.
Yeah. Cool little factoid here from Christina, in case you didn't know where the word pussy comes from, as far as like, oh, what a pussy that guy is.
Oh, I love it. I love these little things.
I bet you do.
Why do people say don't be a pussy when talking about weakness? More like don't be a man's ego, because you know there isn't nothing more fragile than that. Because pussy is the shortened form of the word pusillanimous, which means timid or cowardly, and not the slang word for the female genital region. Literally no one else knows this. Nobody.
So we can say pussy on the... Kev, you're a pussy on the air, and I'm talking about pusillanimous, or whatever the other word was.
Pusillanimous. Pusillanimous.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Pusillanimous is what they say.
Pusillanimous.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think a lot of people say it, and they mean that he's acting like a vagina.
Well, when you say it that way, that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what pusillanimous is, but...
But then someone would come back, well, what does that mean, Virginia? You're acting like a vagina. Why is vagina something that is not courageous and scared? And I'm telling you, you're laughing. That is so what someone would say to you.
I can't.
I know.
Pusillanimous is, it's showing a lack of courage or determination. Timid. Don't be pusillanimous.
Oh, who wants to use that on the air tomorrow?
Nobody would get it.
No, I'm not going to use it. I'll forget we had this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I don't know if it is, if it's really that delineation or not. That's as they claim, but I did see that is what that word does mean. Got somebody looking for some advice here. Somebody who wants to know about breastfeeding prices. Basically, they had a baby. Until 2 weeks ago, I was breastfeeding her. Then I had to go back to work, so I stopped producing milk. I got a friend who has a baby as well. Basically, what it was this friend was producing a good bit of milk, and she's paying her for it, and she paid her in advance for a month. And then her friend comes back and says, oh, unfortunately, I dried up. But she didn't offer her the 3 weeks of breast milk she had already prepaid for that she couldn't produce.
Give me my milk or give me back my money.
Yeah, she said, you guys think I should say something? And if so, how should I approach her?
I would definitely say something. I mean, the time to say it would have been immediately when she told you she didn't have any milk. I would have been like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry about that. So
Yeah.
When can I expect a refund for the money I paid you for the goods I didn't get? I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Just matter of factly, I would just say, hey, could I get that money back that I paid you for the breast milk that you weren't able to deliver? It's
I'm
fine.
happy to pay you for what you did give me. If she gave her any, did she give her any? It sounds like she gave her a little bit, but not for the whole month. Well,
It was 3 weeks where she didn't receive, and she'd paid for 3 weeks and didn't receive it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you need to get your monies back.
I would say do not be pusillanimous.
Oh, good usage of the word, Kevin.
That'd be my commentary there. Got an email here from somebody who is talking about smoking in their relationship. Got an issue. It's about my husband. We've only been married for 3 months or so, and he used to be a 2-pack-a-day smoker. I absolutely despise smoking. I don't care if people around me smoke, but I refuse to be involved with somebody who does. It's disgusting and it's bad for you, and there's no need for it. My husband just got a new job in a risky field, and he told me he started smoking again to relieve the stress.
Oh, no.
He does drink, but he can't drink at work. It absolutely infuriated me, and it doesn't make any sense. I feel like if he's so stressed that he has to smoke, he should quit. I'd rather file for bankruptcy than have him that stressed. When we first met, before we even planned our first date, I told him I wouldn't date anyone who smokes, and he threw away the pack he was working on right away. Halfway through the pack, because he wanted a chance with me. So now that we're married, I'm really distraught and confused. So what does she do?
Yeah, I mean, she thought she was marrying a non-smoker. He said he wasn't going to smoke. I agree. If your job's causing you to do something that's going to wreck your marriage and possibly hurt you, I see why she's upset.
Yeah.
Well, only because she thought she was getting involved with someone who wasn't a smoker. She despises smoking.
It's not fair.
He said he wasn't a smoker.
It's deceptive. I know a lady. I mean, she's probably a grandmother now, but growing up, she was the mother of one of my best friends, Meg. So she was a single mom with Meg and Meg's little brother, and she started dating this attorney in town. And he would take her all out on fancy dates, and they would go places, and she really fell for the guy, and she had no idea he had a 2-pack-a-day Marlboro Red habit because he would never smoke in front of her. And then as soon as they got married, all he would do is sit in the garage in an easy chair and smoke Marlboros and drink Jack Daniels.
And just stare off into the distance.
That's all he would do.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's not fair because
No, it's not.
You got sold a bag of goods that was a lie.
It's a bait and switch.
It is. It's not fair.
Yeah, I put forward like one person that I was and I was going to be. You married that person, and then all of a sudden I became somebody else. And yeah, that's not fair. And that's how I would probably start it. I would say,
Yeah.
look, I married a guy that had given up smoking that wasn't going to. And look, I think a lot of us have stressful jobs. And trust me, I get it. Stress is a big thing to deal with. But there are other ways to relieve stress. And if you have a job that is so stressful, you think you actually need to drink on the job, like as you kind of alluded to in that email, then yeah, you need to either find another job or you need to learn how to deal with stress a little bit better.
Fucker must be a teacher.
I don't know. I can't imagine a job that stressful.
I was thinking he's in some kind of like financial stocks thing.
It's so weird how we all have our story.
Yeah, I was picturing him.
Maybe,
Either way, though.
Maybe he's a drug lord.
Maybe. Medellin.
Yeah, you could work on other ways. There are breathing techniques. There's exercise. There's sex. I mean, there are things that you can do to relieve stress other than some of the bad ones. Typically, people go to drinking or smoking. And you should not do that. Just be like going, look, I don't like it. I don't want it. Like you were a non-smoker.
And now you're tricking me. Now that we're married, you're pulling a switcheroo, and that's not fair. How would you like it if I pulled a switcheroo?
Yeah.
And I just all of a sudden liked totally,
Drinking blood. All of a sudden, I love drinking blood right in front of everybody.
Weekend vampire.
Yeah. I used to eat beans every day and I would fart nonstop, but I stopped that for you. Now I'm going to go back to the beans.
I'm going to light it up.
Not
Yeah.
fair.
Right. It's kind of it. Yeah.
Although I don't think you should ever give up beans for a marriage.
So, but yeah, you definitely need to lay down the law with that because that's not cool. Not something you should be doing. Got an email from Brian. He was talking about Magnolia doing that social media, and he said, I got into social media marketing. It's a great skill to have nowadays. There are young adults making 6 figures a year doing it. I'm 22, and I manage the social media and marketing at the local Lamborghini dealership in Palm Beach.
Wow.
Virginia, you should encourage Mags to keep it up, and it can pay off tremendously one day.
I love it.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good call. It's a very important thing.
She's doing their YouTube as well, where she makes little instructional videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. It's a great skill to have. Yeah, I mean, because that's great marketing stuff.
That is, I want to know how much those cost to have hourly. What's their hourly rate on that?
If you get a young person that's just like,
Naive, doesn't know the
Yeah.
workforce.
Basically, that's what Mags is. She wants a job, but she's not old enough to work. She's only 13. And so this is her way of this is how she's going to make her Christmas money.
Mm-hmm. When can you start work? I thought you could work at age 12 at Publix.
No, I think it's 14.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was working, has the laws changed? Because I was an umpire at age 11 and getting paid good money at age 11.
Really?
For an 11-year-old, I'd umpire 2 games, and I'd get probably $70 for 2.
$70?
That was a lot of money. Maybe for 3 games, I'd get $70. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great cash
For
for
a
11-year-old?
12-year-old? Hell yeah.
It might depend upon maybe you can work a certain amount. It says for Florida, the child labor laws, youth who are 14 and 15 may work in a broader range of jobs, but are significantly limited in the number of hours per day and per week they may work, especially when school is in session. So there are different things that vary in the state of Florida. But yeah, 14, 15 you can. It just depends upon what you're doing and how many hours you're working.
So you were breaking the law at 11.
Maybe it wasn't 11. Maybe
11 seems young.
I was in 7th grade. How old would I be in 7th grade?
Yeah, Cannon's in
12.
12. I was 12 years old doing it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 going on 13.
Yeah.
And it was so intimidating. Guys that would be bigger than Kevin would run up to you.
Nobody's bigger than
And
Kevin.
scream and just, what are you doing? And you're 12 years old yelling at it or talking with this adult screaming at you.
Intimidating.
Oh, big time.
You guys remember that TV show, The Real World?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
They are bringing it back.
I didn't think it went away.
It kind of
Maybe
fell
it
off.
did.
It went away for a little bit.
It used to be huge. I remember when I'd watch that in college. It was real big, like in the early and mid 90s. It was big. It was the kind of thing where it's like people would know who they were. Like I think if you had The Real World on now and those people were walking around, nobody would know any of the stars of The Real World.
You're right, because when Jersey Shore got on MTV, everyone knew who Jersey Shore was. Nobody knew who the hell the Real World people
You're
were.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I hung out with a Real World guy one time that had been on earlier seasons, and everybody knew who he was. Like, he would go out, and I've been out with him in multiple cities. I knew him from Kansas City, and then was hanging
Cyrus?
out with him. No, his name was Dan. He was,
yeah.
I think, from the Miami season.
Dan, I remember.
That happened here in '96. Yeah. So it was that guy Dan. I think he was from Kansas City, and then we hung out in Atlanta. And yeah, you would go out, we'd be on the town. People, it's Dan from The Real World. People would go nuts, and he loved it. But yeah, they're going to be doing a casting for The Real World coming
What
up.
city are they going to do it in?
Don't know what city they're going to do it in. They have a couple places around the world that they're looking at. They're going to be filming in the United States, Mexico, and Thailand. And they're going to be doing a casting called This Saturday at the Burger and Beer Joint on South Miami Avenue in Brickell. So it's going on down there. They say the upcoming season is going to stream on Facebook Watch in the spring. Ooh. That sounds like wow.
And the people are going to be so smoking hot.
Oh, they'll be age 18 to 18 and a half. That'll be the cast.
Yeah. Yeah, they did Miami Beach in '96. That was the 5th season of The Real World. That was still, people still kind of cared a little bit about the show then. Then they did Key West in 2005. It got hit by Hurricane Wilma. So
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
They'll have everybody really super 18 to 21, that age. Kind of what they're doing with Big Brother. Big Brother has really scaled down, having just like regular looking people in their 40s and 50s and all ages. Now it's age 18 to 25. You got to look like you are some kind of a model.
The last 2 seasons of Big Brother, they had one old guy on there. I forgot 2 seasons ago, but last season it was Steve.
Yeah.
He's the first eliminated.
I remember
Yeah.
we're watching it, and Denny's and Jen go, "Oh man, that old fuck is gonna be gone. Like he is so old, and the guy was younger than me.
Oh, man.
Fuck you, you millennial fucks."
Steve's younger than you.
Yes.
Steve was just sad. I mean, if they're going to put somebody in their 40s on, can they put somebody that's going to represent?
Well, I like it. I like when they have everybody. I don't like when whether it would be if they put all 40-year-olds or all 18 to 25. I like a lot of variety, especially for something like a Big Brother. I like all kind of ages.
Yeah, it gives you a different dynamic.
Yeah.
To do the real world, you got to be at least 21 years old.
Oh, okay.
Do you think Real World would be good if you had that if you opened that up to 18 to 60 years of age?
Yeah, it could. It's just about who you get, And
I think they got to be careful, though, with drinking. Because they put them in a lot of drinking situations.
That's why they probably wouldn't do that. That's why I think it's at least 21.
Okay.
And if you had somebody in there that had booze and the 19-year-olds,
got it,
swiping it, and let's say they get alcohol poisoning, and so
the ratings probably go through the roof.
Yeah, probably. But I think that's why they at least try to make sure that they're 21 when they do the casting. So that's going to be going down. If you want to be on Facebook Watch, sounds really exciting. You can go check that out and do that coming up this week. All righty, that's it for us for Thursday.
Thursday.
Hey, if you want to join us on the Pon-Tiki cruise, jump on that. So as you said, I think they're about out.
There was, as of like 30 minutes ago, there was one ticket left.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so jump on that right now. $60 per person. Pontiki.org. PONTIKI.org. What you get is unlimited beer, wine, food by Calaveras Cantina. We're going to be on a pontoon that's all done tiki style. Going out to the sandbar, we got a bartender, comfortable seating, full bathroom, music, water slides, beer pong, and flip cup. This should be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be this Sunday. So.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am intense at flip cup.
Ain't no one gonna beat me and Denny's at beer pong. I'm putting the challenge out right now. If you beat me in Denny's, you can punch Denny's in the balls.
Okay.
If you beat me in beer pong, you can punch me in Denny's dong.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I got out of this unscathed.
Yeah, bet's on. All right, so we'll see you on Sunday. So go snag up that ticket, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.